Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to Gachie's Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. When the history of this beautiful nation will be written, the Black Tuesday will occupy a bad chapter as far as governance is concerned. When the history of this nation will be written, Parliament will occupy a big chapter about it the same. This is the day that the policemen were overpowered by an angry mob and actually literally entered Parliament. When the history of this nation will be written, those who died in the struggle will also be mentioned. Painful as it may, we lost some youthful Kenyans. We lost young souls. Men and women lost their lives. And in this video, I want to pose a question to the authorities. The authorities, especially of Parliament, the leadership of Parliament, Moses Masika Wetangula. The question would be, given the lives of Kenyans and the bill, what comes first? Was it that necessary that the bill must be passed or discussed in an atmosphere that was full of tension? Was it the right thing to do? What was the urgency when Kenyans were on the streets? Why couldn't the government, why couldn't Wetangula suspend Parliament for this matter? Why did he even risk the lives of Kenyans? Because the buck must stop with Moses Wetangula. One, he failed the nation because he could have suspended this debate and maybe wait until things have calmed down. But when you force things down the throats of Kenyans and they are resisting, you see, they are resisting. Again, the policemen. Killing innocent souls was not the best thing to do. I think there were better ways of handling this situation without killing people. Without killing people, they would have come out strongly without a tainted image. It was the wrong thing to do. I want to echo what the former president of the Republic of Kenya, one Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, said, that the leadership of this country must listen and nothing is cast in stone. And for William Samoei Ruto, why did he not maybe even tell the leadership of Parliament, because although we know they are independent institutions, why not recall the bill? Why lose citizens, innocent citizens, when the easiest thing to do was to recall the bill? It would cost nothing. This is their country. This is our country. We have no other country to go. And you see, sometimes retreating does not mean that you are a coward. Retreating does not mean that you have lost. You see, because you see, sometimes leadership calls for, you look at the situation and you know what to do. Because there was no need of forcing something that Kenyans were opposing. There was no need for more Argos. Because you see, the bill is meant for the people, and the same people are rejecting the same bill. In a democracy, people sit down and discuss. Again, our members of Parliament, I want to say this, that most of them have failed the electorate. the way they have been talking to Kenyans, like, you see, the Kenyans are the bosses. And I think William Samoei to understand very clearly that Kenyans are the bosses. He understands that very clearly. But when you look at the members of parliament, they feel that now because they are members of parliament, they can say anything that they want. And what was even the need for, because you see what happened in Kenya Kwanza, walianza vibaya. From the word go, walianza vibaya. Started by attacking the former regime instead of going to the office and work. Again, remember, warning Kenya Kwanza against not stopping the invasion of the Northern Farm. You watched as Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's farm was invaded by goons. You did not do anything. Now look at the situation. Look at the situation. Again, when I look at the way, Kenyans were angry from all angles. From whatever angle you look at it, Kenyans have been very, very angry. Because you see, how watu wengine, yani, wanaenda kwa harambee, yani unatoa mabilioni ya pesa. You see, hawa akina Sudi jameni. Who advises these people? Who advises them? Kwa sababu huwezi ukakula wakati wengine hawajakula chochote. And I've always been saying that when you look at this generation, let me ask you, which book did you study in English literature and Fasihi? Because if you ask me, since maybe I studied Betrayal in the City, I can't remember the other one. But you can look at Betrayal in the City. It is about whatever was happening in Kenya today. If you look at Kigogo and this other one, ilikuwa na mwelusi ni gani? Maybe you can remind me. Akina Bokono. Pale mwelusi aliwawa kwenye kisima. Exactly, this is what is happening. If you look again at Shamba la Wanyama, it is exactly what is happening. This generation have read these books. I'm a fan of theater. I normally go to Fanaka Theater when I'm free. We stage very good books there. I also go to the National Theater. And when you look at the theme, of this place, these set books, English and Kiswahili, like now, I think they're studying the Parliament of Owls. Imagine, Parliament of Owls. Buge la Mabudi. When you look at it, you see whatever is happening, people are implementing. Because there's one theme that cut across the theme of revolution. Mapinduzi. Katika vitabu hivi. I think I never understood who advises leadership of this country. When I saw William Samoei Ruto coming out yesterday alone, tukiwa tuna the AD camp, I think he should have come out with Rigathi Gachagua, should come up with some few cabinet ministers, just to show unity. Show unity. Because when he comes alone, he casts a figure of somebody who has decided to work alone or who have been isolated. Look at it. From all angles, even that idea of having the military is not the best. It's not the best. If you look at the history of this country, because history is a very good teacher, you realize one thing, that Kenyans fought for liberation of this country. Akina Kimathi, Akina Kenyatta, Bildad Kagia, Jomo Kenyatta, name them, Oneko. There are so many. They fought with their blood for this country. Kenyans don't give up. That is what I know. Again, when you look at them, the second liberation, Moi tried to oppress Kenyans. Moi tried to change the constitution to make Kano a one-party state, to make Kenya one-party state. But look at what happened during the second liberation. He failed terribly. Failed completely. Again, look at him about Katiba. Katiba. Kenyans say they want a new constitution. Did it change or did not change? So if you look at Kenyans, they don't fear, even when they die, they don't fear, by the way. They don't fear. That's what I've come to learn about Kenyans. So the fact that many Kenyans died, I think can only worsen the situation. That is why it is very important for the police to ensure there are no deaths. And how did it happen now? It came even to destruction of properties. Initially, Kenyans were very peaceful. What really happened? What really happened to an extent that, unajua, hapo ukisoma vile ambavyo watu walikuwa wanasema kwenye mitandao, utaona kwamba it was peaceful. Because we look at the initial demonstrations, they were peaceful from all angles. In fact, the police who seemed to be escalating the problem. So Wakenya walikuwa na amani hapo beleni. So this idea of even banning properties, which is wrong in my view, banning of properties, I think Kenyans, we need to avoid that one. If it is picketing, peaceful demonstrations are allowed with the constitution. But killing of Kenyans is wrong. It is wrong. Killing of Kenyans, shedding of blood is wrong. Innocent blood. And by the way, people are very angry. Very, very angry. I don't know what William Samoei Ruto is going to do. Maybe I will come with an analysis of the options that are available. But when I look at the situation, I think William Samoei Ruto did not even say that he was going to sign that bill. And if I were to advise William Samoei Ruto, I would tell him, Mr. President, don't sign this bill into law. Send it back to Parliament because you have the power and the authority. Wabie wanze upya. Kwa sababu kama Wakenya hapendi, kama wataki. Because you see, there's some, William Samoei Ruto should ask, what is this that is making Kenya annoyed? What is this that is angering Kenyans? Because Kenyans are very, very angry. Whenever you go, unasikia tu watu wanaongea sijui nini, tax, what. That is the situation. I don't know whether he should start by dissolving the cabinet. I don't know, because there are so many options. But the spirit of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's message that was sent to the newsroom is the best way to go. I don't know what you think, but from where I sit, Kenyans, I think, are bitter. When you look at our country need peace. In fact, the military would only escalate the problem. That is the truth of the matter. Usually, the security guys escalate the problems. Yes, they may come here and maybe try to bring normalcy, but does the problem be solved? The issue is, what is the problem? The problem is not the military. The problem is not the way Kenyans are demonstrating, because Kenyans are demonstrating because of reasons. So those are the reasons that should be addressed. Those are the reasons that should be addressed. Those are factors that should be put on the table. And for those who lost their lives, rest in peace. Those who are maimed in hospital, I wish you quick recovery, and may reason prevail as we move forward. Guys, have a peaceful day, have a blessed day, and it is our country. Bye-bye.